Hi, this is Franz Cantor, cartoonist, illustrator, and toon talker, and I'm here with
Jim Bridges, and I'm the president of the Australian Cartoon Museum. And today we're going to do a very, very unusual book indeed.
Yeah. So tell me about this.
This is the Aha book.
Lawrence Whistler.
Two
Rex
brothers. One's
Whistler and
a
Lawrence
writer, poet, and the other one's the artist.
So we're going to be doing this effect. This is a special effect. Woo!
Yes. Well, look. The point is, it's called Aha. You open it like this.
Yeah.
But if you shut the book and then turn it to the back page,
Yeah.
it's the same thing again.
Yeah.
But all the pictures that you saw before are reversed because here's this sad guy.
Yeah.
And then you
there's
turn
a little
him
happy
around,
guy.
he's a happy guy.
Yeah.
And this is the whole book. And
So that's the premise of the book.
yes, so, and it doesn't matter which way you pick it up and start looking at it. This is obviously the front because that's where the little publisher's thing was, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's push it over, let's have a look. And we decided to do this book because it's such a, it just shows you the possibilities of cartooning. It's just endless.
Yeah, so
Here's
these
a picture of Henry VIII.
Well, first of all,
And he doesn't look very happy, does he? Does he?
No.
You know why? Because he married a person, his first wife was based on a painting, and when he actually met her, he fell in love with the painting. When he actually got the picture,
Yeah.
it wasn't at all.
Show them the
was
real
more
person. Like that.
That's right.
Woof.
Woof, yeah.
Anna, please.
Anna, please. Yeah, so that's the historical story. And then, of course, then we just base it on all these. Here's a sailor. Here's a sailor, a tar, who turns into a nurse. And here's this angry-looking, I don't know what you call him, just a like Victorian guy. And here he is, looks like a maid or something, or a cook or something. Yeah, and of course
There's the mouth, there's the nose,
Yes.
there's the eyes, there's her neck.
yeah. And here's a ooh. Yeah, well, it looks like a driver of a car or something, doesn't it? But when you turn him upside down, he's a policeman.
Yeah.
So it's just amazing how
So
the face.
these were done in the 40s?
I think these were done in the 50s and then updated in the 70s.
Right.
The book's about 30 years old.
Right.
So here's a guy who looks like another driver,
Yeah.
outdoor type of guy, and when you turn him upside down, he looks like a belligerent drunk.
Yeah.
Is this Irish? Is that supposed to be an Irish drunk or something?
Probably.
Or Scottish or something?
Scottish.
Yeah. So I sort of, and this is like the.
There's a happy little lady. And then when you turn it upside down,
Yeah, it's
there's a sad
the grouchy looking.
fellow.
Yeah, and of course you see
Yeah.
these are upside down. These poems go with the stories.
Yeah.
And here's a pilot. This.
So they got
Carrot.
right into this. This is a whole book basically on turning things up and down, upside down.
So he's like a pilot,
Yep.
and he's like a car driver.
Car driver. Yeah. So his eye becomes like this gritted teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the eye, and because we want to recognise people, we're hardwired to recognise people.
Yeah. You look for faces.
Yeah.
Which you look for patterns inside.
That's obviously
of
going to
chaos.
be a mouth up here,
Yes.
so you can hide. But here's this demarcation line here,
Yeah.
and of
Middle.
course,
that becomes the upper
Yeah.
brow.
now I'm not sure which direction we're going. And
Well,
here's
you can go any direction. The idea of this.
Yeah.
Here's a guy with a mustache
yeah,
and
It's a-
something like a, I don't know what that is, a slash,
like some sort of hat or something. And of course, obviously, when you turn it upside down, it's a screaming kid.
screaming kid.
Yeah. So technically, it's about the dividing line. Like, at what stage does that looks like a fireman?
Yep.
At what stage does the fireman
Turn into
Turn
something else. And what's he
into-
going to turn into? He's going to turn
looks like
into...
a Turkish guy yelling on the telephone or something?
Yeah. There's a
Could
guy
be-
with a fez.
It could be Dad's
yelling.
army character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm not sure which way we're going because this book's going up. Oh yes, here we go. We have the very, very beautiful princess,
Yeah.
probably a virgin, you know.
Princess or an Asian
And then you
princess.
turn it around and it becomes,
A sultan.
yeah,
Or-
very unimpressed sultan.
yeah.
And I think it's. I mean, because this is a novelty, but I think it can help you with caricature and what the possibilities you can do with caricature. So what is it now? At what point does it become someone else?
It's like a sailor with a full beard.
Yeah, he's good with the beards. He's good with the beard and the hair, isn't he?
Yeah.
A bit hard to tell which direction we're going, and this is obviously a soldier.
Yeah.
And now he's an Oxford
Teacher.
Don who's not impressed. So there's I'd say a lady of high society.
Yeah.
Turns into
The king.
yeah. He's really good with beards, isn't he?
Yeah.
And this is just a basic one, I suppose. This is just a bloke.
Yeah.
Ordinary.
So they
looking
look
bloke.
like really
And then he
ugly drawings, and they're ugly for a reason,
Yeah.
because they're supposed to be drawn. They're supposed to be viewed in two ways.
Yeah, now, for instance, in this picture, look at the nose. You think, what sort of a nose is that? Why is he doing that?
Pudgy and pushed in.
Yeah, and it's a bit quite a bizarre drawing, but it's a beautiful mouth and moustache.
Yeah.
And then when you turn it around, it becomes a Sherlock Holmes character.
Yeah.
So you just sort of ask yourself, did he draw that first and then turn it upside down and do something else? Or did he draw it that way first? Do you know what I mean? I suspect he drew it that way. Don't you?
Well, I think you draw something very loose, like a squiggle,
Yeah.
and then you try to make sense out of it. So you
Yeah.
draw, you make sense out of the chaos, essentially.
Yes.
So you're able to
This
do
is-
it, and still, while it's quite loose, you turn it around and then around and then around.
Yeah.
So you work simultaneously on both directions.
And of course, look at the nose. The nose is pretty important because it's the bridge in the middle of the drawing. And of course, after a while, if you look at that long enough, you can turn it upside down in your head and figure out what it is. But that's an old lady out, obviously in the moors, the wind, and of course, when you slowly turn it, when does it become the sad-eyed lady of the lowlands?
Interesting.
Yeah.
And of course, the eyes have to be drawn, both. They have to be able to be seen on upside down and right way up.
Yeah, and so here's the nose,
Right way
the bottom of the nose.
Which is a furrow in the brow.
Yeah,
of the other
and then there's the mouth and the lower lip, and there's another under the chin, and of course that becomes furrows in the forehead, and the hair becomes the actual mouth because when you
creases around the mouth.
so
it's a strange technique, definitely. I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. It's kind of it reminds me of some of the experiments at Albrecht Dürer or some of the Renaissance.
what
drawing
Archamboldo,
artists. Archamboldo, yeah.
They probably all messed around with it, but these guys had more fun.
Yeah.
This is like the frog of
Winter
Toad
Willows,
Hall, and then of course when you turn it upside down, he's a very, very sad character.
Yeah.
And of course, the old thing that a smile turned upside down is a frown. That's now obviously that's going to be a mouth. That's going to be a nose, and the eyes.
Don't preempt it.
No, but I'm just sort of just.
It's interesting.
Yeah. So you look at the beard, and he's looking up.
Yeah. So also the hat has to work as a collar.
Yes,
and the collar has to work as a hat.
That's
so you
right.
watch this.
So then she
There we
becomes
go.
like a.
There you go. The hat is now a collar.
Yeah.
And the collar is now a hat.
And the eyes change direction because it's turned upside down.
Yeah.
Now I don't
So
know.
the furrows in that brow become the mouth, and the mouth becomes the
So,
furrows.
as a caricaturist, what sort of application do you think this has, or just actually thinking about this? Do you think it would loosen up your brain about how you look at the face? Because we are hardwired to recognise faces.
Well, this is a particularly, as I said before, it's a very ugly. They're very ugly paintings. And
He doesn't like military people, does he?
no, but they're very ugly paintings. Drawings, sorry.
Brutto facci.
Very ugly drawings. So if you like drawing ugly, there you go. I think someone like Basil Wolverton would have a ball with this stuff.
Yeah.
You sort of go overboard with the expressions and things.
Well, this is
think
look.
that
Look
would
at
be
the
double
eyes. This is
design.
going to be strange. This is going to be strange.
Yeah. Okay.
And of course, in some cases, I don't know which drawing I like the best. So that I think that's
It's
quite
they're very odd
yeah.
drawing.
And of course, this is a famous one.
That's
He's-
a famous one.
Well, yeah, they use it in psychology books and stuff like that.
Right,
Slightly,
perception.
yeah, perception book.
Change
That's
your perception. Look at
it's
it from
obviously
another
like
direction.
a Scottish guy, and it turns into a
Donkey.
donkey. Yeah. And God, I don't know which way I'm going. Yeah, and here we are. We've come to the end of the book, and of course the book is very interesting because you can actually read it
Front
that
to end,
way
back
and read that, and then go all the way through, unlike what we did, and then go back, turn it around, and go all the way back again and read it that way. Yeah. Anyway, it's a very interesting book done by two brothers. It's called Aha, and this is worth the whole book. That story about Henry VIII and why he's looked
So
so sad.
who wrote it? MD Clickixy?
No, that's the year it came out. The two brothers.
Oh no, it wasn't.
By
Here we
Rex
go.
Whistler.
G.M. Mickleby.
Yeah. And aha. It's the old aha moments, you know. Okay. Well,
Fantastic. Well done.
you'll never see a book like that again, I'm pretty
don't
sure.
think so.
Okay,
No.
well,
That's
it's
from the
goodbye from him
archives.
and it's goodbye from him.
From him.
Okay, this is Jim.
And France, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye-bye.